No, Gemini, so we've got them out clearly. So in the situation here where you are now, we have the Five of Cups, and cups are about emotions, and you've lost something. Five of Cups, we see this man sitting here and he's despairing because of what he's lost. We see these three cups and they're empty. So he's defended something. He's in chain mail or chain clothing, should I say. He's in armor. He's defended something, but he's lost. Okay, some emotion he's lost. So he's despairing because of what he's lost, but he doesn't see the two cups that are still standing upright, full of emotions and potential for him. So this is a card of regret, of guilt, of feeling sad, just feeling that there's a time of mourning over loss. Mourning is a natural thing. It could be somebody that you knew as well. It could be sad loss in that sense as well. And then that is natural and necessary. But if it goes on too long, it becomes melancholic. You need to look at what you still have that's upright. You need to find the hope. And see the dawning of a new day, because when you experience loss, you must mourn, but you also need to turn to a friend or a counselor or a spiritual advisor or religious tradition possibly to help you heal properly so that you can embrace the bright future in due time, because there is the two cups there. So don't prolong your mourning, and that's where you are now. Look at what is still available for you. And we see the green here, which is abundance. There is abundance available for you. We see the tree in the back. Reach up to the top, the heights, and we have swallows here which bring in change. It's seasonal. You're going through change. Watch in your future, we have the star card, which is card number 17, which is an 8 as well, very strong number, but it's being guided by the stars. We see the star in the background. The universe is guiding you. There's a star on her head that is lit as well, guiding her. She's pouring her emotions, good and bad. It's water and fire. We see this explosive emotion here. She's pouring them out of these vessels without a care of whether it's all being spilled out into the pond. The pond is her emotions. She's letting go of emotions that don't serve her any longer because she knows the universe will fill this. There isn't a care. She's made herself vulnerable. We see her naked here. So she's made herself vulnerable so that she can heal. It's a card of healing and of having faith that in her vulnerability of letting go what doesn't serve her, emotions that don't serve her, she will move forward, that the healing will come, and she'll be guided by the stars. Her wishes will come to the fore in due time. Then we move on to the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is in the place of what is on your mind. So somehow you feel there's a loss again, a lack in your finances, in something that is grounded. Maybe you feel left out in the cold. We see this child being hugged by the mother, exhausted, and the mother's taking care, reaching out, asking for help. It is also the card of saying whatever you've built up in a material sense, never mind how material and solid it is, it doesn't fulfill the need of the heart. But if you reach out and ask for assistance and help, there is support in the background. There is support. So you needn't go through this on your own. You need to just reach out in a stable, solid, valued decision for assistance, and it'll be there for you. In your career and your achievements place, we have the King of Cups. Now, this isn't your energy because you are Gemini, so you would be the swords energy, the analytical energy. This is the King of Cups. This is emotional energy. So it could be a person in your life, in your career, or in your achievements that brought this to you, which would be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Or this could be your own energy. But we do see Saturn here. So Saturn has a big part to play in your career and your achievements. Saturn is the taskmaster, and we are in a very karmic year. So Saturn rewards whatever you have sown. So here we see him sitting in a gold and silver throne. He's sitting. He's got one foot in the water. He's sort of testing the emotions. He hasn't got the other foot is ready to step over. He's doing it with a lot of passion as well. He uses his emotions in a very strategic way to make his decisions or his choices that is for the betterment of his life or his career. So his rulings are made with a lot of diplomacy, with a lot of integrity. He comes from the heart because he is emotional. He's very diplomatic as well, but he can also be melancholic, moody. So that is there as well. I'm going to say he, it could be he or she. It is a king, so he has mastered his emotions. And he makes his decisions or choices around career and achievements in a mature way as well, because he has mastered them. And then we move on to the next card, the Knight of Wands, and this is your influences in this whole situation that you find yourself in, whether it is health, work, or love, or even investments. The Knight of Wands, your influence is fire energy, and fire is all about action, movement, defending something you believe in, going out on a quest. You want something and you're going for it. So your influence is that you're going for it. This is the fastest night of all, and we see you moving towards it as well, with a lot of passion, with a lot of action, just moving and defending what you believe in. This is fast movement. It could also mean moving. We have a lot of changes and movement happening because of the equinoxes as well. You might be moving careers, moving home, but there is fast forward movement towards something that you have a quest for, that you're looking for, your goal. You're moving towards it as well, and that's your influence. You haven't, although there's a lot of emotions around things here, you are still moving forward towards career, possibly because rods are career, or even romance, because fire burns through it all. I do see a lot of sort of spring, autumn in this as well. It could be a seasonal thing as well. Then the next card is the base or the foundation of the matter, and this is about emotions. I think you have lost something in the emotional side of your life, and it has been quite hurtful, because this is walking away from something that you got a lot of pleasure out of, a lot of emotional stability. It is an 8. And you've had to go down deep. I mean, yeah, we have a mole as well. You've had to go down deep and dig in deep with your emotions and have the courage to turn around and walk away from, because you've lost some of this. You know there's something better for you, and there's a lot of hills still to climb, but you're going to be doing that. That's the base of it, walking away from something for something better. Then we have the Six of Cups here as the unexpected or the surprise. Now the cat represents the future and this represents the past. So it's a card of nostalgia and thinking back about the past, thinking about what you had, thinking about the happiness you had. We see these children here. So something brought you a lot of happiness from the past, but it's also saying don't focus on the past and the happiness, the cups, the emotions that you had. Because sometimes if you focus too much on the past, you can't move forward, because the foundation of the matter is that you want to move forward and you will possibly be moving forward, but you're very focused on the past here as well. So I just want to go a little more in depth with the Eight of Cups and see what comes out in that in our reading. If you just give me a moment to collect my thoughts here, because I do feel the foundation of the matter is always a big influence. On meditating as well, this Eight of Cups, the mole, the darkness, it also indicates blindness to something. So it's also something saying that the time for blindness maybe is over, and you need to look at the light, to move forward with determination. You've dallied maybe with desires and fancies that kept you distracted from your path, or from doing what you must do. And it's also saying that it's a time to turn away from the shallow comfort, because the cups are shallow, it's emotions, and forge ahead. But you also have to be aware of not being misled by the moon. It is desires. So don't mistake a desire to run from mistakes for a call from your soul. If it's a soul desire, something else. These cups here definitely represent a mess in your life, and maybe you are meant to stay and clean it up. So that's the foundation, and we have loss here, something with emotions, whether it's in a relationship or whatever it is, and it does relate to the past, because the past does come back up here again for you. So that's your reading, Gemini. And we did have the ball that came in here as well, saying that there might be a bit of insight in the madness that you currently feel. Excuse me. But when we feel all of these emotions, there's a lot of emotion here, and that's not you, Gemini, because you are definitely cerebral and head energy. Focused on your career, but there's emotions and emotions and emotions and emotions. Yeah, so something that you have lost that made you extremely emotional. But sixes always say find your balance. Find your balance with the past. Make your choices with balance as well. And eights, there's a 17, and so it's 8, and here's an 8. The energy of an 8 is moving forward, the visionary, and it's also the sign of infinity. It's very seldomly that energy is diluted. You have lots of challenges and changes in your life with the 5s as well. And coming from your heart again, Saturn. Saturn is our planet for, this is possibly a relationship that has brought a lot of loss and pain. And you're thinking about it, maybe you created the mess, and using your emotions, thinking about what you've lost, because Saturn is in there, and this year is about karma, and Saturn and Pluto are releasing that karma for us. So it could have been a relationship that was karmic from the past, and you now releasing it and feeling this. Soul relationships are really tough as well to deal with.